Same mind one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate. Be not wise in your own conceits. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. The words of my heart and the meditation of my mind be always acceptable in thy sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer. We pray in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost.
Amen.
The subject for today is the subject of conceit, which is an especially touchy one for me. And the reason that I say that it's touchy, because it is very easy to confuse truth for belief and belief for truth. If we confuse these ideas, we see that we can believe something that is not true. Especially when there is very little evidence to support our belief. Then, if that is true, we have gone from being seekers of truth to being seekers of our own will being done and not God's will. Now, conceit is and indeed a thorny issue, because it reaches to the very core of who we are. For example, as I was growing up, I was Christian because I was taught to be one. I was brought up in a Christian household. I went to church, Sunday school, and all of the other things that it means to be a Christian, including the holidays. I like the holidays the best anyway. Mostly because we didn't have any school. But anyway, to a certain extent, my faith was nothing more than a conceited belief that my religion was right and everybody else was wrong. Now, while we do indeed need to teach our children to be Christians and what it means to be a Christian, as we grow up and into adulthood, we need and should seek more evidence for what we believe. Otherwise, it is nothing less than a conceit. And we wind up saying, well, that's what my mom and dad taught me, which is wonderful. However, perhaps this is exactly why we are losing so many of our children to the secular mindset and to atheism, because they do not know that what they are believing is actually true and has a basis for it. I can now truthfully say, and happily say, that this is no longer the case with me. I am a Christian now because I know that Christianity is true. I know this has nothing to do with my belief, for God exists and acts, and the truth exists and is, regardless of whether I believe it or not. You see, that's the difference between truth and conceit. Truth exists in spite of my belief, not because of it. And I'm conceited if I think that it's backwards. Now, I can believe with all my heart and soul that 2 and 2 equals 5. In fact, I've met some 2-year-olds that actually believe that. However, I can even live my life believing that is true and get along quite well. Of course, except if I get my bank statement, in which I will be told very quickly that I'm wrong. What do you mean the check bounced? Sorry, don't have enough money. Oh, well. Now, it would be easy to point to the various manners in which conceit makes itself obvious in the world today, but I cannot and do not control the world or anyone in it. On the other hand, I can and should seek to remove the conceits of my own life by always seeking truth and attempting to align my belief with what the truth is, especially when it is revealed in the truth of Jesus Christ. Given this reality, we find how apropos the next passage from the epistle for today is, which is Romans 12, verses 19 to 21. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. St. Paul is attempting to tell us that there is no reason for us to go to war, so to speak, with those who disagree with us or have even harmed us. God will indeed recompense them what they are due. That's not up to us. The idea also helps us to react when we come into conflict with others concerning belief and truth, especially when we find that conflict within ourselves. Satan would have us build our actions throughout this life on what we believe to be true. For then all he has to do is to change what we believe, and then we will wind up condoning things which we would have considered unimaginable before. We must build our lives on truth, one step at a time. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept. Finding one thing that is true and then building upon that truth. That is what we're supposed to do. Conceit, on the other hand, which has everything to do with belief and not with truth, as I said, will condone unimaginable atrocities. For example, Joseph Stalin once said, and I paraphrase, "The death of one person is a tragedy. The death of a million is a statistic." He thought that what he was doing was good. He believed that it was so. And it is estimated that he caused the death of 25 million people. If we examine the mindset of every mass murderer throughout time, we find this basic belief. They believe they are doing the right thing, even if it means the death of millions. Does the ruler of North Korea, just to make a point, believe that he is doing the right thing? Yes, he does. He is absolutely convinced in his heart and in his mind and in his soul that he is right. And when the world looks at him, he just sees a conceited fool. Do we want to be that person? That's the question that we must answer. And we can look at the church and find those same examples. We can find them today, especially in the warfare between Christian denominations. Why are we fighting amongst ourselves and doing Satan's work? Conceit. That is why. We believe that we are absolutely right and they are absolutely wrong. And we believe the same thing 99.8% of the time. Anyway. We must understand that the Church of Jesus Christ is both bigger than we think it is and smaller than we think it is. Why is this true? Well, because we may honestly believe that someone is not of the church when in fact they are, or we may believe that they are part of the church when they're not. Did you not listen to what Jesus said when he said the wheat and the tares grow together? The wheat are part of the church, tares are not. Why do the tares go to church? Because they're conceited. They're right. I'm saved. I don't have to do nothing. Anyway, if I think that I can make the absolute judgment as to who is in the church and who is not, then I'm conceited. I am setting myself up to be God. And I'm very glad to say that that job is taken. And it ain't by me, and it ain't by you. Thank God. On the other hand, because of the truth that is revealed to me, I am a Christian and I follow the Anglican expression of the Christian faith. That's why I am here. That's why I am a priest in the Anglican Church. I am not saying that there are no other churches, but I'm saying that as the truth is revealed to me, this is the place where I should be. Not anywhere else. And I hope you're here for the same reason. Now, please understand that I am in no way suggesting that we should not defend our faith when it is attacked and demeaned. No, I am not saying that at all. However, we must make sure that our beliefs are grounded upon truth. If they're not, they are just conceits. My mind is made up. Don't confuse me with the facts. That seems to be the mantra today, and I don't care where. Politics, religion, interpersonal relationships, I don't know, pick one. There's enough. We must be able to defend what we believe. And to do that, we must know why we believe it. Otherwise, what should be argumentation, which is the exchange of ideas from one person to another in a rational manner, into an argument, which is strictly emotion, and nobody's trying to do anything except destroy the other person. Argumentation is good. Arguments solve nothing. So my hope and my prayer is for today that with this idea of examining our own conceits, it will help us to build our faith upon the truth. And it is there to be known. We don't just believe because, oh, well, the Bible said that. Yeah, well, why does the Bible say that? Why do you believe that? Well, I read this a different way. Okay. If you don't know an answer, then you're just talking about opinions. Opinions are like belly buttons. Everybody's got one. Well, except for Adam and Eve, but we won't go there anyway. But I would like us to base our actions upon truth. Our belief upon truth. Our interactions with others upon truth. Not upon opinion. Not upon conceits. Because what will happen when we do this, and I pray that this happens, is that we are going to be more concerned with people's souls than we are with their opinions or their conceits. It is only when that happens that we can truly pray as the collect for today directs us. Almighty and everlasting God, mercifully look upon our infirmities, and in all our dangers and necessities stretch forth thy right hand to help and defend us. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen.